Hello, what is the best brokerage firm for low fees? Swing trading chart analysis of HD. Well, I won't say the best brokerage firm for low fees, but I would say one of them is Charles Schwab. If you are talking about brokerage firm, Charles Schwab is one of the good one of the best one. And when you are swing trading, when you buy stocks, it is free. You don't get charged any fee to buy stocks. When you are selling stocks, that is when you are going to get charged few cents to sell the stocks, depending on how long you held on to it. I didn't even try to find the rule behind that. I just know that because there is not a specific fee they charge for all of them, like a flat fee, but it varies per stock to stocks. There are some stocks that they don't charge any fee at all, and there are some stocks they charge fee, and some they charge more than others. So I don't know, it's based on the dollar amount per share or what. And I noticed as well that if you held on to the trade for some months before, like you held on to the stocks for some months before you sold it, like within the same year before you sold it, you may not be charged any fee. So they are very low fee brokerage firms, in my opinion. I have account with them for years, and before it used to be a flat fee to buy stocks, a flat fee to sell it as well. Back when it was like $7.99 or something like that, and then they lower it down to, I'm not entirely sure, that's $4.99 or something like that, because before it went for free, it went free. One thing I noticed, it's just me, is it tend to be it when you transfer money from your bank to your brokerage account, it tend to take a little longer, and I assume maybe that is their way of making money on you differently than just charging you, is hold on to your money a little longer so that they can, you know, use it to make their money off of it. That's just my way of interpreting it. It's not like I see it, that I have a proof of that or anything like that. But I tried to time it this time, and I made a transfer on January 2nd, which was a weekend. I made a transfer on the 2nd, and they said that the transfer date is going to be the 5th of January. And on the 7th, during the day, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days, on the 7th, I saw the money in the account, but they have a hole on it. So it's now showing that it's available for me to spend it. So, and early on the 8th, before the markets open, the money was available. So I'll assume they placed a hold on it until the end of the business hours. And then it became available in the account, for me to spend it. So on the 8th, that's what I noticed. So I will say that it took 3 business days for the money that I transferred on the 2nd to be available. Maybe that 2nd, they were not open. I'm not entirely sure. 2nd of January. So I can say that it took, 3 business days for the money to, 3 full business days for the money to be available for me to, start using it the 4th business day. So we can just see that it takes 4 days for the money that you transfer, 4 business days for the money that you transfer to your account to be there. So maybe it's there the 3rd day, but they use 1 day to put a hold on it. But that was just the day that I saw that hold on it. I didn't think I think I checked it on the 6th and I didn't see it there. But again, I'm not entirely sure. So, but other than that, the brokerage, now if you are talking about which brokerage account has low fee, as I'm going through it, you have this joint like with a spouse brokerage account. Again, is monthly, is 0 to open that account as well. And those accounts, when you have cash in it that you have now purchased stocks with, you earn interest on it. So we saw the individual brokerage account that is 0 fee to open, the brokerage account that is 0 fee to open. And we can see the Roth IRA as well, that is $0 fee as well, to maintain the account, to have it available there, have money in it. So you'll be making interest on all 3 of those accounts when you have cash in it that you are not spending. They do have checking account as well. You'll be making interest on that checking account, and they have saving account, and you make more interest in the saving account as well. But my saving account got closed some years ago because I didn't have money in it. But I try to keep a little like $17 or so in the checking account to keep it open. So, and again, you see, you are not going to get charged anything to have those accounts. So, in any one of those accounts, individual brokerage account, joint brokerage account, and Roth IRA, when you swing trade, you buy stocks, you are not going to be charged any fee to buy those stocks. And when you sell them, you might get charged a few cents for the trade. Few cents per share, but few cents for the whole trade. And then you can, and you can, from there, if you held on to the stocks for some months, you might end up not paying any fee at all when you sell it. So the spreadsheet I'm opening here is just to see last year, 2025, is the fee to sell stocks here. You can see that is the sold session, and you can see those fees that I got charged, to sell those stocks. So I don't know how much I can really say that there is any specific, because again, 7 cents for this amount that I sold it for, those A share, a penny for this amount that I sold this for, 16 cents for this. So there is now really a specific ratio there that I can work with. And to buy stocks, you can see that is a purchase session, and there is no fee at all charged to them. But as of this one, there are fee charged to it, and of some of them there is no fee at all. Like for this one, for instance, purchase in August 1 year and sold more than a year later, I didn't pay any fee on it. And this one, purchased in February 2025 and sold in June 2025, and I didn't pay any fee on it either. So what this one purchased it in December 2024 and sold it in June 2025, and I pay a penny on that one. So I don't really know the rule behind it, but I just know that with Charles Schwab, that's what to expect. And I like them because, again, they have been around for years. So therefore, I like them. And you can try to Google them and see for how long they have been around and learn more, you know, about them as well. Because they are the only one that I swing trade with. That is the only one that I can share with you. There are other companies out there as well, but they are the only one that I buy individual stocks with. So the stocks of the day. Today is January 9, 2025, and we are going to analyze HD using Thinkorswim platform. So we have HD here, maximum daily chart. Is it a buy or not a buy? The answer is yes, it is a buy. And why is that? Well, is right around our support line that we like to buy at. So therefore, it is a buy. We have the date on the x-axis from the past to the present, and we have the price on the y-axis from 0 up. When we are looking at it, it touched base with that support line, went up, but it didn't surpass all-time new high. It came back down again to that valley line, went up a little bit and pulled back to it, and we purchased it. You can see an arrow there. There is this arrow that will be for a different account, and this is for the same account that we purchased it for before. And we purchased it. I placed an order yesterday, so let me take this back to there. And we purchased it. And every single bar is a daily bar. So yesterday the price went up. The price at the end of the day was higher than the price in the morning when the markets open. So, and it's around that valley line, so we purchased it. But there is another valley line below that there is a chance it might try to go lower to that as well. So we have those two valley lines. But when it reached that one, we purchased some shares there, and just to keep taking a look at it. So it reached all-time new high in 2022, and it took all the way to 2024 to reach it again. So I don't know if it's going to be doing this zigzag for 2 years before it reach it again, because clearly, it tried here but didn't surpass it, and I think it came closer to this one, the previous peak, and pulled back, and it's doing it again. So we bought it there. The thing is, the line is tilted, so as it comes back to it, it will come back to it at a higher level than where you purchase it. So for that reason, it's kind of good to purchase it right around that valley line, not above it, because if it pull back below a little bit, we could find ourselves negative in it. If after a year it try to pull back to that valley line and below it. So we bought it. We just want to hold on to it until it surpass all-time new high before we sell it. So how long it's going to take, we are not entirely sure. If it comes back down to this valley line, we might buy some more, but we don't want to wait to see if it's going to come down there or not. So therefore, we made a move yesterday and purchased some shares there. So it costs $3.59 a piece, a share. So if you are just starting out, buying one share is, is a good idea. Not buying a lot of share because you want to stretch your small capital to be able to buy other stocks when they are available. So one share is good. For the first year that you are buying stocks from your watch list, you can just buy one share of them and just hold on to them so that you can buy most of stocks on your watch list when they are well positioned for you to buy. So thank you so much for watching our videos. We think it's still around that valley line. So we bought ours yesterday, and I think it has been around there for a while. You see, it went a little bit below, went up, pulled back to it, and has been around this area. So yesterday, again, after our money was available to buy stocks, we purchased some stocks, including this one. And again, for my experience, the way I did it yesterday, I just tried to spend about $500 per trade so that I can stretch the money that I moved to the account for this month, and I could well have purchased one or two of these stocks. I'm not entirely sure. I placed the order. I don't know if it went through or not. So if it didn't, then today I will try it again. So that is one way. I just place the order and move on, and then I'll check it later to see if it went through or not, because after I placed the order, this one was still open. So I don't know if it was done by the time the market closed or not. So thank you so much for watching our videos. We thank you for all your time. We thank you very much for watching our videos, and thank you for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and in sub.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your account from there. The way we analyze HD is the way you do your swing trading chart analysis when you are trading using long option swing trading strategy. If you want to practice doing that type of chart analysis to see if any one of your stocks is well positioned for you to buy and receive feedback, will you please check our online store liberdownload.com for our small group online workshop that we organize during the weekend to see if you're interested to reserve a spot for yourself. And for more videos in this series, will you please check the playlist in the description of this video, as well as other swing trading related playlists. Thank you so much for your time.